Hey guys, this is Stefan from ProjectLifeMastery.com. I have an incredible video for you today on how to manage your life. This is the exact process that I go through, that I personally use every week and every day on how to manage my life, how to balance my life. You know, there's so many areas of life, whether it's your business, in my case multiple businesses, or your career, or your finances, or your relationships, or your health and fitness, your family life, your friends, your spiritual life. There's so many areas of life that demand so much from us. And this process has really helped me, and will help you if you apply it, to have that balance in your life, to make sure that you're making progress and growing in each area of your life that's important to you, while being more productive, reaching your goals, reaching your outcomes, and more importantly than that, being fulfilled. And I think that's one challenge that a lot of people face, is they go after these goals and they make more money, or they have a great body or whatever, but they're not fulfilled. And if you reach success and you're not fulfilled, then you're a failure. So this process will help you be more productive and actually achieve more while being fulfilled at the same time. And I think a lot of people, number one, they have so many mixed beliefs when it comes to the concept of balance. And the truth is that balance doesn't really exist. It's impossible to be completely balanced. I never go for balance. I go for progress. I want to make sure, and for you as well, to make sure that you're making progress in each area of your life that's important to you. Because anything in life that doesn't grow dies. If your relationship's not growing, it's dying. If your business isn't growing, it's dying. If your body isn't improving, it's getting worse. And I think so many people, and I'm so guilty of this, so I'm not pointing the finger. I've done this so many times, it's scary. But we put a certain amount of focus in a certain area of our lives. Whether it's your business, you get really passionate and you get focused on that, or transforming your body. And it's great because you're making momentum and you're making a lot of progress in that area. But what happens a lot of time is that we kind of forget and ignore and neglect the other areas of our lives. And as a result, those areas go down, and it really costs us our fulfillment and our joy and everything, So this process is really designed to help you be able to manage all aspects of your life, have more motivation than ever, be more productive and more fulfilled. And it's not something that I invented. I got this from Tony Robbins. He's got an actual program on this called Time of Your Life. Incredible program. Highly recommended. I'm actually going to have a blog post on ProjectLifeMastery.com that will kind of supplement this video. So I'll have a link somewhere on this video, so check that out. I'll have a link to his program if you want to learn more about this process. But I'm going to kind of share with you here because it's made such a difference to my life. It's really revolutionized my life in so many ways. And I just really thought it'd be really incredible to share that with you so that you can apply it as well. And then also, I've kind of modified it a little bit too. And I've modeled things from Tony Robbins and some of the things he has there. I've modeled Stephen Covey. He's got a really great time management system. Brian Tracy's got a great model on how to set goals and everything I'm going to talk about here as well. But I do this whole method on an Excel spreadsheet that I can have a download link for as well for this video that you can check out. And I have a template that you can kind of use if you want to apply this whole kind of model and system for your life. And just by going through this, I can guarantee it'll really change your life in so many ways. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this video and share with you the process, because it's a lot to it. There's a lot to set it up and understand with it, but that's why I'm going to have the blog post that goes along with this so you can kind of follow along. Okay, so the first thing that I kind of look at in terms of managing my life is to have a vision for my life. And that is so key, because so many people, they don't have a compelling future, something to look forward to, an ultimate vision of where they want to be, who they want to be, how they want their life to be. And there's a great saying in the Bible, without a vision, people perish. And having that compelling vision for yourself, something to look forward to, is really what drives you. If you're lacking motivation, a lot of times it's not because you're lazy or you procrastinate or you're bored. It's generally because you don't have a vision, a purpose, something that inspires you, something that if you were to focus on it would just put a big smile on your face and just excite you, get something that will just get you jumping out of bed to want to pursue and go after. And I am a dreamer. I'm a visionary. I love to create a vision for myself, and I always visualize it. And if you can write out the vision and get clear and specific about how you want your life to be, and then I'm going to share with you as well, I have a vision board, and we have pictures and images and how you want your body to be and the relationship you want to have, and the house and the car or the lifestyle or whatever it is for you. Everyone has a different vision. But having something like that is the most important first step when it comes to managing a life or creating a life. And so many people are caught up on just living their lives, day to day, or paying their bills or trying to get through the day, that they don't really stop to actually design their life. And if you don't have a plan for your life, then you're going to fit into the plan of someone else's. So it's really important to actually stop and go through a process like that to really figure out what your vision is. Okay, so that's the first really step. And I'm going to break down the different steps here. But let's put number one. I'm going to call it your ultimate vision. Okay, having an ultimate vision for your life, your entire life. And when you create your vision, make sure that it's something that there's no limits by. If you think, but I can't afford that or whatever, you're already doubting yourself. Imagine as if there's no limits. If a magician were able to come along and create the perfect life for you, what would that be? And I'm going to share with you guys what my vision is and give you some examples for this process just so that you can model it and get an idea of what I do and how this drives me. And this is a process, by the way, that I go through every week. So it's really important to set this, because your vision and your purpose and the things I'm going to share with you is a process that I go through every week, right? To make sure that I'm consistently making progress and moving towards my ultimate vision. And then I'm going to go into the different areas of life and having a vision for that as well. And then even break it down into specific plans, an action plan, specific goals for each area of your life and your whole life together, to make sure that you're making that progress, right? Because any progress, you can't make it unless you have a vision, something that you're moving towards, right? Otherwise, you're just stagnant. So I'm going to share with you my ultimate vision for my life. And it's just something that, again, it's for me. So, for you, it's probably totally different. I love this. This inspires me. And whatever inspires you is what's important, okay? So this is my vision. To be a person who is truly a leader in the world, someone who impacts thousands of people's lives through his incredible vision, determination, courage, compassion, creativity, and commitment. To constantly improve the quality of people's lives worldwide. To be a successful internet marketer that creates incredible products and services that make a difference in the lives of others. To be financially free. To focus on and do what I love. To grow and evolve who I am to my maximum potential. And to be the best I can be while sharing those gifts with hundreds of thousands of people through my coaching, events, products, and services worldwide. To build my own foundation. To have an incredibly loving wife and family that is constantly nurtured and growing. To live in a mansion in Laguna Beach, California, with my home gym and a dojo and a private beach. To be a multi-millionaire. To be physically fit, being 190 pounds at 8% body fat. To have traveled the world. To be a 10 in all areas of my life, and to have attracted my perfect 10, my soulmate, and one woman of my dreams who I'll spend my life with. To be completely fulfilled, happy, passionate, and grateful on a daily basis. Incredible friendships and family life. To be spiritually connected to God and my Creator and the universe. Okay, just even thinking about this gets me emotional. It gets me excited. It gives me goosebumps. And it's something that I've modified and changed it around and whatnot. But that's what I want my life to be about. That's something that I've thought about. I'm always adding to it. I'm always evolving it. So it's not set in stone, but I'm always creating a higher vision and purpose and how I want to let my life to be. So it starts there. And the key with this as well is really languaging it in a way that inspires you. So I have certain language here that inspires me and juices me, and sometimes when I hear certain things from other people or they have a certain vision, I can maybe add that to my vision as well, and add that just because it excites me. So at this stage of my life, that's my vision. So having that vision is really important. I'll have something on my blog that can kind of help you go through that process to discover what that is for you. Now the next piece, once you have your vision for your life, the next piece is having a purpose. Just asking yourself, what is my ultimate purpose for achieving this vision? Okay? Why do I want this? What will this give me? And so the next key is your ultimate purpose. And this is extremely important, especially when it comes to setting goals or anything as well, which I'm going to talk about in a bit too. So when you have a vision, you got to ask yourself, well, why do I want this? what reasons do I have to actually make this happen and follow through? And so my purpose is pretty deep here, but it's to humbly serve God by being a powerful and passionate example of the unlimited possibilities that life offers to any of us the moment we acknowledge and rejoice in our Creator's gifts. To sincerely love and serve in all His creations. To live life to the fullest. Because I believe, because my life has a meaning and a purpose, and to honor this is the most powerful way to show my respect for myself and my Creator. By endeavoring to become more myself, I can set a strong example of what's possible for others. Because I believe that we only get one trip through this lifetime, and it's important to enjoy the process. Because what we remember at the end isn't all the things we have done, but the lives we have touched and the memories we have created along the way. Because I believe that you get what you give in life, and so it's important to give everything and have a passionate love affair with myself to ensure that I have more to give. Because I want to reflect outward the gratitude I consistently feel inside. I also want to ensure that my body reflects the soul that I know I am inside. To give to my friends, family, and loved ones absolute certainty about my love for them so that it lasts well beyond my physical years on this planet. To feel proud and excited about my life and what I can give, share, and experience. Have a blast, create an unbelievable story, and leave behind a legacy that grows and inspires my friends and family for generations to come. So I have certain phrases that just really inspire me of like, this is my purpose, this is what I'm doing this for, this is what I'm made for. And then I have, shorter things too, just magic moments, fulfillment, to live life on my terms and to never settle for less than I can be, do, create, or give. To be happy, for fun, for growth, progress, connection, love, significance. Because the secret to living is giving. To fulfill my potential as a human being. To be a living example of the endless possibilities of the human spirit. To be an inspiration to others, a role model, to be remembered, legacy. To be a 10 and attract my perfect 10. To be a mentor, leadership, to grow and to give. To live life of peak experiences. Financial freedom, freedom to do what I want, when I want. So I can travel the world, so I can live my perfect day. Confident, sexy, fun, laughter, beauty, desire, respect, contribution. To have an impact, to add value, because that's what God put me here for. It's because it's my mission and purpose, passion, joy, intimacy, family, gratitude, so that I can feel proud about my life, so I can have more energy, so I can live to be 100. Someone to share my life with, health, sex, and it goes on and on and on. So that inspires me, that juices me, that gets me excited. When I go through that process every week and I remind myself, hey, this is what my vision is, this is what I want my life to be about, and this is why I'm doing it, that's what gives you the fuel to get through life, to make progress. That's what gives you the fuel to go after your dreams and make this vision a reality. So having a purpose for your life and why you're doing what you're doing is such a powerful experience. So I set it down to purpose. Now the next piece is your identity. Okay, and your identity is basically who you are or who you strive to be. And your identity is essentially a sum of beliefs about who you are. That's all it really is. It's what you believe who you are. And this is such an important piece because you can't let other people around define and dictate who you are. And that was so much of my life. So much of my life when I was in high school, when I was younger, I'd let other people dictate who I was. And people make fun of you, or they say you're like this, or you're like that. And because I didn't know who I was, I didn't have a strong identity, I was like, oh, I guess that's who I am. I guess I am this way. And the only person that can define who you are is you. And you have to consciously do it. And so I, really took the time, and you can do this process as well. Just ask yourself, who am I? Who would I want to be? Who am I committed to being? If I were to look my name up in the dictionary, what would it say about me? And so this is another piece as well that I associate to every week, just to remind myself of who I'm committed to being and who I am at my core. So this is what I have here. I'm an extraordinarily loving man who loves God, people, family, friends, animals, ideas that make a difference. I love to discover, to create. I love nature, mountains, oceans, streams, sunshine, rain. I'm a passionate man who takes life's good and magnifies it and shares it openly and lovingly, passionately and playfully with others. I'm a source of massive inspiration to thousands of people. I'm someone you can count on to do the right thing. I'm an instigator of good, joy, of creativity, and of higher standards. I'm a creator of possibilities, of options, of solutions, of choices, of visions. I'm a creator of magic moments. I'm an example of what's possible. I'm an amazing friend, son, brother, uncle, strategist, marketer, entrepreneur, student, teacher, coach, speaker, writer, visionary, and strategic planner. I'm fun, I'm silly, playful, and outrageous. I'm adventurous and spontaneous. I'm a mover and shaker of possibility. I'm a grateful man. I'm happy and fulfilled. I'm an athlete, bodybuilder, and fitness model. I'm a force for good. I'm a force for God. I'm a playful kid who will make you smile. I'm a Muay Thai fighter and mixed martial artist. I'm confident, powerful, masculine. I'm attractive, sexy. I'm a spiritual man. I'm a leader. I'm an internet marketer. I'm present. I'm a good listener. I'm committed, right? And I just go on and on and on. And that inspires me as well. You know, that gets me a juice, gets me pumped up. So going through a process like that of just discovering who you are, who you're committed to being, and conditioning that as well. And that's the amazing thing. When you condition that, you start to become that. So that's the next piece. Now, the piece after that, left hand here. Is something called your code of conduct. And this is basically how you're committed to showing up. It's a standards that you have for yourself. Standards that you've set to live your life by. And for me, it's kind of short, but it's to be fun, playful, and outrageous, to be loving and caring, to be confident, to be passionate, to be cheerful, happy and joyful, to be grateful, to be disciplined, to be motivated and determined, to be healthy and energetic, to be proud, to be an example of all the good that's possible in people's lives, to be outgoing, social, and friendly. So those are the standards I just remind myself every week and just associate to this is who I'm committed to being. This is the standards that I want to live my life by. Okay? So these four things are the driving force. This is what just really sparks you, and it's just important to have a vision, something to look forward to. And if you can actually have this written out, you know, like for me, I have it written out in my apartment, I have it on my desk, I have a vision board, I have images of that, and I'm constantly reminding myself of my vision, my purpose, my identity, the standards that I hold myself to. And that's what you have to do. You have to always condition it. If you just do this one time, and I've been guilty of this as well, you know, you set goals or a vision or a mission statement or something like that for your life, you do it one time and you forget about it, you never look at it again. So this has to be a ritual that you do every week. Sometimes I'll do it twice a week if I'm down or kind of unmotivated, because the moment I focus on this, it inspires me, it calls me to action, it calls me to my purpose, and it aligns me with what's most important in my life, okay? So the next piece as well is I break down my life into 1-year goals, okay? So now there's different areas of life that I'm going to get into. So for everyone it's different, but I'm going to share what it is for me. I kind of categorize life in terms of, just right here, areas of life. Don't know if you can read my writing or not, but you know, one, there's health and fitness, okay? Extremely important. Number 2, let's say there's business or your career, right? Most people have that as an area. Number 3, your emotional life, so your emotions. Okay, number 4, let's say your relationships. There's your finances. There's your friends. There's, let's see, your family. And it's a spiritual part of life. Now, those are the main areas of life, I'd say. For you, it might be different. You know, for me, I kind of have a little bit different as well, because I have different businesses that I focus on, so I have more areas there. Maybe time is an area for you, or whatever it is for you. Maybe it's your kids. So there's different areas of life, and it's really important to have goals for each area and a plan for each area, okay? And the goals and everything really is embodied by your ultimate vision of how you want your life to be. And so I kind of categorize, and again, I'm going to have an Excel spreadsheet that just kind of lays out the whole template for how you can manage and kind of fill all this in for your life so that you can make it into a ritual, have it all in one place, and continually check it, every week and every day. But each area of my life, I generally give it a cool name. I put a certain label or I use language to make each area sound more compelling, because sometimes this health and fitness or relationships or finances doesn't really drive you to spend time and focus in that area. So I make it sound a little bit more juicy. So for example, for my health and fitness, I call it physical power, world-class health and fitness. For emotions, I call it emotional power, unlimited juice and vitality. Incredible relationships, passion and love. Absolute financial freedom. A leader and contributor of lifestyle transformations. Internet marketing freedom facilitator. Extraordinary family life, extraordinary friendships. Spirit and soul, force for God, which is my spiritual life. So the more that you can use certain language that inspires you, the more when you read it and focus on it, the more you're going to feel and the more you're going to want to participate and be involved in that area, okay? So when you have the different areas, like I said, I kind of go through the same process where each area of my life, I think about what is my ultimate vision for each of these areas, even before I get into the goals, okay? So for example, health and fitness, it's really important to have a vision of how you want your health and fitness to be. What would that look like for you? If there's no limits, there's nothing holding you back, what would be the ultimate body, the ultimate levels of energy? What would be the ultimate business or financial well-being or the emotional life that you'd love to have or create for your life? What would be the ultimate relationship? Describe that. Ultimate, friend and family life, your ultimate spiritual life. And then going back to this, having that vision for each area and then having a purpose. Why do you want this? Why do you want to have great health, great fitness, great energy levels? Why do you want to have and be successful in business? Why do you want to have amazing relationships? So having that purpose is really, really important as well. And once you have that, then you can break it down to 1 year goals. Then I break it down into 90-day goals, 3-month goals. And then I break it down into an action plan. Okay, so I'm going to go through this whole process, but I'm going to share with you just kind of my vision for some of these different areas, just as examples for you as well, just to go along with. But my physical body, my ultimate vision is to be 190 pounds at 8% body fat, to be vital, healthy, strong, athletic, tanned, ripped, and energetic, to look in the mirror and smile and feel proud, feel outstanding, sexy, have high self-esteem, feel confident, to be an inspiration to others. Okay, so I use certain language. Okay, this is my ultimate vision of that. My ultimate vision emotionally. To every day feel happy, grateful, proud, loving, loved, excited, passionate, present, committed, ecstasy, confident, outgoing, social, strong, determined, motivated, inspired, adequate, attractive, certain, significant, balanced, centered, energized, fulfilled, silly, playful, outrageous, fun, worthy, at a level of 9 or 10, to wake up each day excited, jumping out of bed and enjoying the process of the day. Incredible relationships, to be in an amazing, passionate, loving, honest, exciting, fulfilling, fun, committed, extraordinary relationship with the woman of my dreams, my total 10, my soulmate, a beautiful, incredible woman, to attract and be the woman that I'll spend my life with, start a family with, and stay committed to forever. To live in total abundance. Financial freedom, this is my vision again, to make $2 million a year. And I'm very specific about this as well, which is really key. But $2 million a year, $163,000 a month, $5,400 a day, income, with 90% of it being earned through passive income, which is internet marketing, businesses, real estate, and investments. To have a net worth of $10 million, to own a $1.7 million penthouse in Yaletown, Vancouver here. A $60 million mansion in Laguna Beach, California, a Lamborghini, personal chef, personal trainer, housekeeper, coach, etc. So it's really finding that financially, what is your vision? How would it be? What would be ideal for you? What would really excite you? And that's just what excites me. I have my coaching business as well, to have certain coaching clients have a vision for that. My internet marketing business, I have a vision for that as well, of where I want that to be. My family life, to be totally connected with and in regular communication with each member of my family several times a week, having fun, supporting each other, sharing magic moments in our lives, to go on a family vacation every year, and so forth. Extraordinary friendships, the people that I want to surround myself, the people that support me, inspire me, that make me feel good, we challenge each other. People that I travel with, have fun with. My spiritual, vision is be spiritually connected to God, the universe, nature, myself, and all beings around me while feeling centered and at peace. Growing and evolving my spirit and humbly serving my Creator by living my purpose each and every day, by making a contribution in the lives of others, to celebrate fully each and every moment of the day, to live in the present, to live with an open heart. So I have visions for each area, and that's extremely important. And so many people, they have a vision maybe for their business, but they neglect the other areas, and the other areas of their life are equally important. So it starts with having that vision. Now let's go into the purpose, okay? You're going to have a purpose for each area of your life as well. And I know this is a lot, by the way. I know this is a lot of information. So I just want to kind of give you everything that I do. I know I'm trying to make it as organized as possible, but really just make sure you go to the blog and follow along there, because I'll have everything laid out in detail and the exact kind of worksheet, if you would, an Excel spreadsheet or a document on Google Documents that you can actually go through and fill this out for yourself as well and get clarity for your life. So for my health and fitness, purpose is to be outstanding, to be an inspiration to others, to be sexy, a total 10, to be attractive, more confident, non-stop energy, to live to be 100, to stay young, healthy, and vibrant, to look in the mirror and feel proud, to do fitness modeling and shows, to be able to have physical presence when I walk in the room, to be a walking anatomy chart, right? I had a fitness competition that was a big driving force for me. My emotions, to have a deeper sense of meaning in my life, to experience life to the fullest, to really enjoy the journey and process of life. So I really answer why I want that. Why do I want to make sure that my emotions are high? My relationships, what's the reason that I have for having an amazing relationship? Be able to share my life with someone, to have more fun and excitement, to be able to be in love, intimacy, connection, someone to travel with, and so forth. Financially, live the life of my dreams, be fun, never settle, live life fully, do what I want when I want. And again, each area of my life, I have a purpose, something that excites me, the fuel of why I want it. So I'm not going to go into the whole thing just because I have a lot here, as you can tell. But I've really taken the time to really, figure out what I want for my life, what I want in each area, to have clarity. The more clear you are about what you want, why you want it, the more likely you are to actually make it happen and achieve it. Okay, so I have my vision. Another piece as well that I'm going to kind of mention too is that kind of goes under here as well, but under each area is having back to the identity, certain roles of who are you in each of these areas of your life, because that, if you can create an identity for yourself or beliefs or just kind of use certain language that excites you, the more likely you are to associate yourself and spend time in that area. So for example, for my fitness, I'm an Adonis. I'm a Greek god. I'm Greek, by the way. World-class athlete, fitness model, shredded Stefan, lean, mean, fat-burning machine, a manifestation of vibrant health and energy. I'm an energy dynamo, a peak performer, an exemplar of physical vitality and strength, and so forth. I've got an emotions, unstoppable confidence, a beacon of joy, full of fulfillment, vibrant happiness and ecstasy. So in each area of my life, I have, for my coaching business, this is the identity I have myself. I'm a world-class coach. I'm a facilitator of change. I'm a force for good, a force for God. I'm an agent of transformation. I'm a leader called upon by leaders. I'm Mr. Solution, instant change artist, a developer of the human spirit. I'm an architect of change. That inspires me so much more than saying, I'm a coach or I'm a teacher. Okay, having a certain identity in your emotional life. I have unstoppable confidence, beacon of joy, full of fulfillment, vibrant happiness and ecstasy, and etc. My relationships, I have my different roles and identity. Extraordinary investor, financial genius, smart saver, wealth creator, strategist, marketer, a creator of the good life, creator of fortune, a millionaire in the making. Same thing with For the marketing and so forth, I have Marketing Wizard, Coffee Shop Millionaire, Internet Marketing Guru, Visionary, Possibility Powerhouse, SEO Extraordinaire, Money Making Machine. I have My Family, Loving Son, Amazing Brother, Influential Uncle, Source of Inspiration and Support to All My Family, Instigator of Magic Moments. My friendships, I've got Best Friend, Loyal Partner, and so forth. Spiritual life, I'm a force for God, force for good. I'm a growth monger, I'm a giver, I'm a caring shelter of hope, I'm a positive impact powerhouse, elegant presence. So I just have certain identities, certain roles that I, associate to each area of my life to condition that, because the strongest force in the human personality is the need to be consistent with how we define ourselves. If you have certain beliefs about yourself, if you believe that you're shy, that you're introverted, that you're not good enough, that you're depressed, then the behavior follows those beliefs. It follows that identity. And so that's why changing the behavior is not enough unless you change your identity and beliefs about who you are. Because if you had the belief that I'm successful, that I'm I'm a fitness model, or I'm an Adonis, then the behavior follows that. You'll start working out, you'll start to eat healthy just because that's a belief about who you are. And so if you can really identify what are the beliefs, the roles, the identity that you'd have for each aspect of your life, that can have a very powerful impact, and I always make sure that I do that. So next piece, let's get on to the 1-year goals. So for each area of your life, you're going to have 1-year goals that I set for myself, okay? So I have 1 year specific goals for my health and every area of my life. Now, I'm not going to go too much into goal setting, but the important thing is to be specific as possible. Clarity is power. The more clear and specific you can be about a goal, the more likely you are to achieve it. It's just like if you're getting your car and you want to get to a certain destination, well, if you don't have, that address of where you want to go, then you're going to get lost, right? So you have to know where you're going. You have to, if you want to be able to hit a target, you got to know where that target is. And so you can't just be like, I just want to lose weight. That's not very clear. That's not compelling either. So having the exact amount of, exact ideal body you'd want to have. How much would you weigh? What would your body fat be? What would your measurements be? How would it look? How would you want to feel? What would you look like? Something that inspires you, something that motivates you is so important. Same thing in business and finances. When I shared my vision for my business and finances, I have exact numbers. I have exactly of how much I want to make a year, how much I want to make a month, how much I want to make a day, my exact net worth. I even have the exact amount of money, how much it costs to live in the penthouse that I want to live in, to live in the mansion that I want to live in, and all the features and stuff. And I actually have pictures that represent that as well. I have pictures of the ideal body I want to have, of how I want to look like. So having that and being specific and clear about it is really important. The other piece is having a deadline. Having a deadline of when you're going to hit this goal by. Okay, so by October 1st, 2013, or whatever that date is, it's really important to have that. And the other piece I mentioned as well is to make sure that your goals are compelling. Language them in a way that excites you, so that when you read it, and you read it as a sentence or a phrase, read it in a way that makes you excited, makes you want to go after it. It's going to create motivation just by reading it. So really make sure that you have that compelling. Now the next piece is once you have the goal, right, you've got your purpose and everything, then it's setting a 90-day goal. Okay, so I like to chunk my goals into 90-day goals and then also monthly goals as well. Because I find sometimes having a yearly goal is a little bit too overwhelming. You don't really know exactly how you can make it happen. So, I'll break it down. If my goal, let's say, is to make, $100,000 a year, okay, which is $8,400 a month, then I'm going to break it down into a 3-month goal, which is maybe I need to make $6,000 a month, and then a monthly goal, maybe I need to make $5,000 a month, okay? So you want to break it down and make it specific as possible too. So once you have the monthly goals, right, then the next piece is the action plan. So let me write that out. So you know what you want, you know why you want it, you have your purpose, your ultimate vision in each area of your life, your ultimate purpose and everything, your identity, you have your 1-year goal, you have 90-day goals, and of course monthly, 30-day goals. Next is the action plan. You're going to ask yourself, what actions do I need to take to achieve this goal, to achieve the goals that I have for myself. Okay, so being specific with the actions is also extremely important. So you want to make $100,000 a year. Okay, you're going to make whatever, $5,000 a month, let's say, as an example. What actions do you got to take? What actions do you have to take in your business? You know, what phone calls do you have to make? What steps, you know, if you were to break down the steps, the plan, and if you were to follow that plan and reach the goal, what would that plan be? What would the strategy be? A better example might be if you want to have a certain type of body. You want to lose 10 pounds, right? Maybe that's your yearly goal and you're going to lose 5 pounds, whatever it is. You got to know, okay, I'm going to work out 5 days a week. I'm going to do cardio 3 times a week. I'm going to follow this nutrition plan. I'm going to go see a chiropractor. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and just know what that is. Know maybe there's certain books you got to read. Maybe it's hiring a personal trainer. Maybe it's signing up for a gym membership. Maybe it's buying some workout clothes. But having that plan is what's going to help you be able to execute and be able to actually make that goal or dream a reality. Okay, so having that specific plan is so important. And so again, this is a lot of stuff. I'm going to share with you, and everything will kind of go together in an Excel spreadsheet and a template that you can kind of lay it out and see it. Now, this is the weekly process that I go through. Okay, every week I make sure that I associate and remind myself and read over. As you can see, I have it on my iPhone so I can access it easily. I have it on my computer as well. I like to make sure that I'm mobile and digital because I travel a lot and everything, and I want to be able to carry it with me instead of having to carry around a big book. But I associate to all this stuff, and I always remind myself, okay, what are my 1-year goals? What are my 3-month goals? My 1-month goals? And again, you can't fall into the trap of just looking at it one time. Okay, that's the biggest mistake people make, is they set goals and then they forget about the goals just like that, right? You have to make sure you have the ritual of constantly focused on your goals in each area of your life. Where focus goes, energy flows, okay? And whatever you focus on, you move towards. So the more that you focus on it, the more you're going to move towards it, and as long as you execute the action plan that you have, you're going to make progress. You know, maybe actions in your family and friends could be calling, you know, your parents every week or calling them every day. An action for your spiritual life could be doing prayer every day or going to church once a week or meditation or maybe contributing in some way. You know, something in that sense. Maybe it's just giving thanks and doing a gratitude ritual. Your emotions and well-beings. Maybe you have a certain action plan of every day you do a morning ritual. You know, I had a video about that, my morning ritual, check it out. But having a ritual like that can condition the emotions that you want to feel every day. Maybe you have an action plan for your relationships. You know, if you're single, maybe it's going out and socializing once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Maybe it's a ritual in your relationship with your partner. You know, your finances, maybe it's updating your finances or investing or checking the stocks or whatever it might be for you, saving money. But having that plan and being specific about it is so, so important. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was saying. So every week I go through this, and another important process of how I set up my week is I actually take out a journal. I usually use a journal like this, and I'll first reflect on the week before I go into planning the week ahead. Okay, and one of my favorite ways to do this is I like to, number one, make sure that I'm measuring where I'm at in each area of my life, which is such an important piece. You can't manage something if you don't measure it. You have to make sure that you're measuring your progress in each area of your life on a regular basis. And most people, they don't really measure an area of their life to like once a year. But if you only measure once a year, then you're going to have a bad year. If you do it once a month, then the worst, you'll have a bad month. Once a week, you'll have a bad week. So making sure that the more often you measure something, the more easier it's going to be to make sure that you're making progress because you're always checking in. I kind of think about it, if you want to make progress in your body, if you want to lose weight or gain muscle, you got to make sure you know where you are today and you're measuring every day your weight, your measurements, your body fat. You're going to measure your finances. I measure my net worth every 3 months. I might manage my finances, all my income and expenses every week. I manage every area of my life, right, to see where I'm at. I take pictures of myself as well from my body so I can see the little changes that I'm making, to see whether or not I'm making progress, because you got to know whether or not you're doing is working, because then you can adapt and you can change your approach and try something else instead of repeating the same thing again and again and again expecting a different result. So measuring is so important. So in my Excel spreadsheet, in the document I'm going to give you, I have each area, and then I ask myself every week, where am I on a scale from 0 to 10 in each area of my life, okay? With 10 being exactly where I want to be, 0 being nothing, okay? So maybe I'm like, okay, my health and fitness, I'm at a 7, right? Or my business, I'm at an 8, or maybe in this area I'm at a 3, and I'm always adjusting it and trying to make sure that I'm living as balanced as possible to make sure that each area is continually growing. And so that's a great thing you can have if every week you're doing that. Then you can look at the Excel spreadsheet and you can see how you're growing in the different areas of your life. Okay, so I do that every week. Another thing with my journal, going back to that, is I reflect on the week before. So I write down all the magic moments of the week before, all of my accomplishments, all the things that I got done, all the amazing experiences that I had. And I really just associate that, because an important piece that will give you that fulfillment is making sure that you're celebrating your life. You're celebrating every moment that you've had and rewarding yourself, because whenever it gets rewarded, it gets repeated. The more that you acknowledge yourself and celebrate yourself for making things happen or just reliving those moments, the more you're going to attract more of that into your life. So having a ritual like that, and it's a really great saying by Jim Rohn, which is that a life worth living is worth recording. So making sure that you record your life every week. Some people journal every day, which is great, but just associate to all the successes, all the positives of the week before. I might even ask myself, what did I learn from last week? You know, what were the lessons that I learned? Okay, so I make sure I do that. Now, when it comes to planning the week that is to come, what I like to do is I like to capture everything that I need to get done in the next week. Okay, so I'll make an entire list and I'll start writing, okay, I need to work out 5 times. I need to call this person. I have a meeting with this person. I have a coaching call at this time on this day. I have to do my morning ritual every day. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, whatever it is, I have to look up this. I have to take these steps in my business. I'll capture everything out on paper. And then I'll start to categorize it in each area of my life. And what I like to do is each week, I like to set specific outcomes of what I want to achieve for that week. Okay, so I'll be like, okay, what are my outcomes in my body for this week? What is my outcome or my goal for my finances or my family life? Maybe my outcome for my family life is just to connect with my family and just create a magic moment with them. Okay, and then I'll write down why I want that. What's the purpose that I have for that? And then I'll write down the actions that I had captured in that list for what I want to get done, and I'll put that under that category. Okay, so I'll be like, this week, this is my outcome, this is the purpose, and I'm going to call my mom, I'm going to, take my mom out, I'm going to buy a gift for a family member. Whatever it is, okay? For my physical body, this is my outcome, this is the reasons why, and then this is the actions I'm going to take this week. I'm going to work out 5 times, I'm going to do some stretching, I'm going to go to a yoga class, I'm going to go for a run, and have that plan for that week, okay? And then once we have a plan for each area, and you have the outcomes for the week and the reasons why, then the next step is to schedule it for each day. Okay, so I like to schedule all my meetings. I like to know, okay, on these days of the week, this is where I'm going to focus on my business. Okay, from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I'm going to focus on building my business. From, at this time, I'm going to focus on my emotions. I'm going to do my morning ritual. I'm going to schedule that in my week, in a calendar or something like that. I'm going to schedule the time I'm going to work out in the gym every week. I'm going to schedule time to work on my friends and my relationships, and that's going to be Friday and Saturday, right? So as long as you make sure that you schedule it, and you schedule areas in the week, little blocks of when you're going to focus on each area and follow through on these actions, you're going to have a rich fucking life. You're going to be fulfilled. You're going to make progress in each area, which is the goal. And that's one of the things I said at the beginning of this video, is to make sure that you're being productive and making progress in each area. That's how you're going to have that balance, by making sure that you associate, remind yourself, these are the areas of life, these are my vision, my purpose, the goals that I have set for it, and then these are the actions that I'm going to take each week. And the key is to make sure that you do something. You have to do something each week to grow and improve each area, okay? So you cannot just alienate and ignore each area of your life. Now, some areas are going to put more focus than others, right? Maybe you're more focused on your business right now, that's great, but you have to make sure that you're sustaining and you're growing the other areas of your life as well. Okay, so that's a really important piece, and this whole system is what will allow you to do that. And if you actually follow through with this crazy long video that I just made and the blog that goes along with it, I'll really, I have a lot of respect for you because you're the type of person that wants more for your life. You're the type of person that's not willing to settle. You're committed to living an extraordinary life. And I have so much respect just for the fact that you made it this far watching this video. And the important piece, the next step, is really making sure you take action, because it's one thing to watch something in a passive state, something that's totally different than actually doing it. So I really hope that you apply what you learned in this video, and as you go through this process, really just take the time to give yourself that gift and get clarity of your life, how you want your life to be. What are the visions, the purpose, your identity, your code of conduct? What are your goals? And set that for yourself. What are the goals in each area of your life? Why do you want those goals? Break it down, and then what are the actions you need to take? And then making sure that you plan out your week, you schedule everything, but come back to this process every week. And at the beginning, it might maybe a bit challenging or different, or maybe it takes a lot of time. But once you got it set up as a system, it's going to be something you look forward to. It's going to be something that's going to create a lot of freedom for your life and make you really fulfilled and happy. And you'll feel like your life has a purpose. You won't just be, working out for the sake of working out or working for the sake of working. You'll be having a purpose and a vision that you're doing everything for. And everything that you're going to be doing is going to be aligned with that purpose. And I believe when you do that and you find that purpose for yourself and that vision, you have something to look forward to and something that excites you and an identity, and you know who you are, man, it really, really will change your life. It's changed my life. That's why I'm so passionate about this, and that's why I'm putting out this video to you and really hoping that you're going to follow through on this and create that freedom, that joy, that fulfillment, that balance, that productivity, the life that you fucking deserve. So, thanks for watching this video. It's a little bit long-winded, I know. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you follow through. Check out the blog, projectlifemastery.com. Get the template that I'm going to have there. Check out the post, and I'd love to hear what you think. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.